Hey guys, Marisa at KitchenTableStamper.com. Today I have this Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful note card for you. This is one of the cards that we're making in paper and ink card class for February in my Chicago area home studio. I am just 100% in love with the new Flowering Desert stamp set. This note card strongly features that stamp set. The other Stampin' Up! Supplies that you'll need to make one of these Flowering Desert Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful cards is rectangle stitched framelits. These are brand new from the Occasions catalog. We're going to use the, I think it's the second largest and the fourth largest rectangles to create this frame. It's awesome little stitched frame. Really cool element for your cards. You can build stitched frames of all different kinds with this die set. It really is a very versatile and exciting new product. I'm also using my tailored tag punch like I do so often to dovetail my sentiment. I love a multitasker and I get the best dovetails with that. Stampin' pads are Old Olive, Night of Navy, Soft Seafoam, Melon Mambo. And my embellishment for this card is this gorgeous little Night of Navy medium weight baker's twine. If you're not familiar with Kitchen Table Stamper, the project sheet for this card will be on the blog. If you're watching on YouTube, just click over to the blog. The link's in the description below. And then once you get to the blog, you'll see the embedded video, and right below is a project sheet. If you're watching on the blog, the link that says for the Flowering Desert note card project sheet, click here, and it'll give you a printable PDF with a full color photo, measurements, and a supply list. My consumables for this project are soft seafoam note card. This is 8.5 by 5.5 and is scored at 4 1/4. I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Melon Mambo. I've got a Whisper white panel that's just bigger than this smallest rectangle so that we can use it to stamp behind our frame. That piece is 3 by 4.5. I've got some Designer Series paper. This is from the Regals. It's Old Olive 6 by 6 Designer Series paper. I've got 4 by 1 inch, 1/2 inch by 4 inches for my greeting, little scrap of Whisper white, and that baker's twine. You can need maybe 9 inches probably to wrap and tie the little bow. Alright, so let me grab my Stampin' Pierce mat and we'll get stamping. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to line my Stampin' Pierce mat with some scratch paper because we're going to stamp the background of our card. So I got this little, I don't know, little botanical image here. And we're going to stamp that a couple of times in soft seafoam on the soft seafoam card base. And I just want to fill this corner in and give a little bit of texture to the background of this card. Alright, so there's our little sprigs. Set that aside for a minute. Let's get our Whisper white panel here. So we're going to want to keep in mind that this frame is going to be around our Whisper white, and our Designer Series paper is going to go across the bottom of this white panel. So when we start stamping our cactus, it's actually going to be up just a little bit low of center. So if you need to, go ahead and do like I did and dry fit. Put your die where it's going to cut, your Designer Series paper where it's going to sit, and then go ahead and stamp the first piece of your cactus. And that'll give you a great place to start building your scene that will line up with the frame when you go to put the card together. So now that I've got that first piece there, I can build off from there. I love this set. It's got all these little prickly pieces that you can build into your own cactus shapes. I just think it's so much fun. So I'm using Old Olive and I'm stamping all of my little bits. All right, right, when I had gotten this far on the first card, one of my daughters looked at me and said, "Mom, that looks like Mickey Mouse." So be careful when you're building your cactuses. You don't want to make Mickey heads. So go in, and I'm going to add this next little bit here and just keep building. Maybe one over here. So then I ended up with a little Mickey on top of a bigger Mickey. I don't know. Once you get the flowers on though, that looks pretty cute. All right, so there's our cactus. Then we'll do our cactus flower and melon Mambo. And I like to go odd numbers, so 3, 5, 7. It's most pleasing to the eye. So we're gonna watch our arrangement here. And we'll get 5 little cactus flowers. Love that. And then the last step, just for a little texture, we're gonna go back with our soft sea foam and this little sprig image, and we're just gonna fill in our background a little bit with it. All right, love that image, love that scene. Put that aside. Let's grab our sentiment piece, our little piece of Whisper White here. Now we're gonna want to center this one so that we have room on the left side for our dovetail and the right side for our twine. Ink up in Night of Navy and stamp this dude. Love. Got my multitasker here, my awesome tailored tag punch, and I'm going to just dovetail the end of that sentiment. All right, I think we've stamped everything. Let's get the big shot and do some die cutting. Okay, I've got my big shot here and it's all set up for die cutting. I've got my 2 stitched frames. I'm gonna take some low-tack tape. I've got some washi tape here. You can use painter's tape, whatever you like. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull off 2 lengths, and I'm going to just stick that to my sweatshirt here for a minute. I don't want it to be super sticky because I don't want it to ruin my paper. So if you just tack it to your clothes, it'll take away some of the stick, but not all of it. I'm going to put these so that the big guy is cut side down, and then the smaller guy is in the center, and I'm going to line them up so they have an equal distance between the inside die and the outside die. And I'm going to tape it together. And I got this perfect frame, and I can use it again and again like this. Let's grab the Melon Mambo cardstock, put that in our machine with the frame over the top, and we'll go ahead and cut both at the same time. Okay, now here we are on the other side of the machine, and look at that. There's our frame, and you can see the stitches on the inside of the frame and on the outside. Isn't that a great little tool there? You can have sizes of all different. Now, this little piece that we used here, that we cut out here from the center, see how it's stitched on the frame and it's stitched on the cutout? We're going to hold on to this piece and we're going to use it in the next card. Now all that's left for our Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful card is assembly. Can't believe how easy this card is. So the first thing that I want to do here is on my frame on the back side, I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals. I love to use the leftover edges for this because I want to really show off that frame. I think it's special with the stitches on the inside and the outside. So we're going to bump it up. We're going to add some dimensional on that. And we're going to need to really support it well. You could also use your this dimensional, the strip adhesive, and that would be awesome for this too. I'm all out right now though. So it's a good way to use up the edges. Okay, I've put quite a bit on there, but it's not sticky yet. We just want to put that aside for a minute because we're going to use it to dry fit the placement of our cactus and our designer series paper and then we'll adhere. All right, so we want to frame our cactus and bring in our designer series paper. And I'm going to here add a little bit of dry adhesive on the frame for my designer series paper. I want that to just go to the bottom and be centered right to left, but not cover my stitches. And we want an equal overlap. Now we're gonna flip that guy over again and just add a couple of dimensionals here to support that inside piece. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some dry adhesive. You can use snail here. I've got some fast views. And I'm going to center that on my card and remove the adhesive from the backing here. Or remove the backing from the adhesive here. Okay, our frame element is all sticky. Let's go ahead and add this to the front of our card. We want to center that designer series paper kind of right to left. And then burnish it down. We've got our little greeting here, our Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful. I'm going to take my Night of Navy medium baker's twine and tie a bow on the end of this sentiment panel. All right, looks good. Let's go ahead and trim the tails. Get the excess. Now, I'm gonna use a strong adhesive here. A little piece of tear and tape would be good, or fast fuse, because we're adhering over that baker's twine. Little dry adhesive on the back of our sentiment. We'll add that guy so it's all the way to the right of the designer series paper. Okay guys, there's our Be Your Own Kind of Beautiful note card. Isn't that cool? I love this flowery and desert stamp set. If I can help you with a Stampin' Up! Order, if there's anything I can do to help you stay crafty, email me, marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. If you're a Chicago area adult crafter and you'd like to join me for the paper and ink card class, you can email me, marisa@kitchentablestamper.com. Class is February 25th, 6:30 p.m. All right, guys, thanks for watching.